We have so many stories to cover today. We have a lot in store for you. What you have to do is make sure you keep your hands on the keyboards. Stream live at EYIT TV on Facebook, EYIT TV on YouTube. We are coming to you live from the heart of Mara City to share with you all the sports content as it happens. A little bit of clarification. We come here to clarify that our show has been rescheduled from Monday to Thursday. The days remain intact, but still it is just a change in the broadcast hour, where formerly we've been running from 5 to 6 p.m. only to be changed to 3 and 4. So our new time schedule right now is 3 to 4 p.m. every weekday, with the exception of Friday, Monday to Thursday. Welcome aboard. It's your new figure, no new figure in here. It's your common figure. My name is Erioda and I'm your show host, and the show is called EYIT Sport. Call it hashtag EYIT Sports, but the particular name of the show is called the Sports Center. A quick look onto what is happening in the sports today. We have lots of stories to cover, one of them being the return of the National Basket League. It returned over the weekend. That was on Friday. We got a couple of opening fixtures. We'll be bringing you that too. Then we have sacking after sacking. Apparently, Joseph Felix Mourinho is no longer a manager at Tottenham Hotspurs. This is not the first time this fellow has been sacked. It sounds like sacking and Jose Mourinho are kind of tight friends. We bring you such and more. Still into the world of sacking, we will look on to who will sit in as the Uganda Cranes national team head coach, as apparently Jonathan McKinstry has been fired. He is no longer a figure in the seat of National Cranes head coach. Away from that, we shall cross borders and look on to the saga that is happening in Europe. It is the most thrilling story, as European Super League proposal is coming into reality. Anytime now, we will be tuned in. You will be fed with all the content that happens right away in there. So let's get the show on road, starting with national basketball. We had a couple of fixtures that happened on Friday. One of them being City Oilers, the champions, losing to new entrants NAM Oilers. Results played along the weekend. We had Ndeje Angels losing 56 points by 70 to KCCA Panthers, while Nkumba Ladies Marines lose to KIU Rangers by a difference of 19 points. Nkumba Lady Marines fetching 50, while 69 points go to KIU Rangers. Elsewhere in the National Basket League results, we had KIU Titans winning Bet Power with about 91 points out of the 66, whereas JK Lady Dolphins lose to KCCA Leopards by just a difference of 3 points, whereby they scored 55 and 58 counted on the side of KCCA Leopards. Elsewhere in the fixtures results that came in over the weekend, we had City Oilers, the champions, not an easy team to beat, losing 71 points to NAM Brothers, who are the new entrants in the league. The newcomers set in with a very good display, with a new tone over champions City Oilers, as they lost 71 by 66. The new league comer, they actually missed first of their 7 shots, and to a little surprise that Oilers controlled the opening quarter of the game and led by double digits. That was about 17 by 6. 17 by 6. Elsewhere, JKL lost 58 to 50, lost by a difference of 3, as I earlier said, where the Leopards show champion grit in win over the Lady Dolphins. Digging into that very result, this is Since their last success, actually under Timothy Odeke, KCCA Leopards have now played the second refor of FIDO to UCU Lady Cannons and JKL Lady Dolphins. The last time this side won championship was in 2014, and the main force on the title run was this lady called Claire Lamunu. She was the powerhouse of the side, and she put up unplayable performances before she left to United States. But apparently she is back, and the four National Basket League champions, they look like a side that can challenge again. Still in the game, if you really caught up this game live, it was showing in on one of the platforms. You could have realized that at least Leopards had the first opportunity to show if they are ready to challenge again, and surely they did. Still in the national basketball, we are talking about the body that governs this whole competition, call it FIBA. They have come out and made a decision on the games that the Uganda national team basketball, called the Silverbacks, are yet to return on board and perform. Given that we have had AfroBasket 2021 qualifiers that were not played earlier last year and in the due course of last year because of the pandemic coronavirus. So FIBA has come out and made a decision on games that will be played in AfroBasket 2021 qualifiers. One of them including Uganda taking on Egypt, and then still Morocco will host us, and then Cape Verde will play Uganda, and these matches are slated to be played between 15th of June and 15th of July this very year on venues that are yet to be decided. You realize that the Silverbacks, I said the Silverbacks are the Uganda national team basketballers. They currently sit at the bottom of Group E, and they have to play Egypt, Morocco, and Cape Verde, who have an astonishing record against the Uganda Cranes side. Away from that, we cross to FUFA Women Super League. As I said, we shall have to make sure that we break all the stories that we have for you today in just single hour. Time is not our ally, but we got a bigger content to cover in this very particular show. We decided to open up your week with thrilling top stories that are happening in the world of sports. Still on the national scene, we have had the FUFA Women Super League. The 2021 FUFA Women Super League is on and rolling. This is one of the successes that have been attached to the outgoing or in sitting or the current, the incumbent Moses Magogo, who is the FUFA president, the standing FUFA president. This is one of the initiatives that he passed that we still look up to. 2021 FUFA Super League. This will be played in a format like this will be played in a tournament format, whereby the 10 teams will be divided into two groups, and then the top 2 teams in each of the group will progress to the championship playoffs. Talking about Group 1, who make up Group 1 of the 2021 FUFA Women Super League, we have Makerere University, we have Kawempe Muslim, and we have Kampala Queens, Toro Queens, and Uganda Matters High School. Then Group 2, we have She Corporate, we have UCU Lady Cardinals, we have Lady Doves, Isla Soccer Academy, and Olila High School. A recap: Group 1, we have Makerere University, Kawempe Muslim, Kampala Queens, Toro Queens, Uganda Matters. Then Group 2, we have She Corporate, UCU Lady Cardinals, Lady Doves, Isla Soccer Academy, and Orila High School. Monday today, 19th April 2021, we had opening fixtures at FUFA Technical Center, that is in Njeru, and Uganda Matters High School, correct their first win in the start against Makerere University. This match was played at 9 a.m. at FUFA Technical Center in Njeru, and this game was kinda tight one until in 70th minute when Nakachwa converted from the spot, giving Uganda Matters High School a lead after defender Stella Namisango fouled Anita Namata inside the forbidden area. So it was all draw, it was all tight, besides the very good display from Makerere University. Actually, even when Uganda Matters University has corrected 3 points, which is the core value of the game, but we saw a better performance, a better display from Makerere University. So it was not until 70th minute when Nakachwa converted from the spot, and that was the second half only difference of the game, when Lubaga overcame a resilient Makerere University side that was a better side with a better performance. Elsewhere in the games that will be played today, actually this game was played around 12 midday. We hope our sources on ground will keep us informed. This was going to be between Kawempe Muslim Ladies and Kampala Queen. Then we have tops the lead of Uganda Matters High School. On the lead of Uganda Matters High School, we have big names including Latifa Nakasi. Latifa Nakasi is part of the front line, actually the power force on the striking line, as well as Catherine Nagadia and then Spencer Nakachwa, who converted a 70th minute to give Uganda Matters a lead against Makerere University. So UEFA, the 2020-2021 FUFA Super League is on. We will be keeping you informed as 10 teams that have been divided into 2 groups will battle each other to see who makes it who progresses to the championship play-off. And then elsewhere we cross to the national team. There is a lot that is happening in the FUFA camp. Away from the presidential race that is between, it's actually among Mujibu Kasule, Alan Sewanyana, and then the incumbent FUFA president Hassim Moses Magogo, that are battling who feature or who come out as the next presidential, who takes on as the president of FUFA. Away from that, including the saga that is happening, that has seen a number of basic Uganda Cranes figures, including Hassan Waswa, Mike Azira, and then Dennis Onyango throwing in towels as they will not feature on the national duty anymore. Elsewhere, news making rounds. Actually, this news broke on Friday. According to the insiders, we had heard that Jonathan McKinstry contract had been terminated. This was from the inside part of it. Not until today, where FUFA has come out to confirm the exit of Jonathan McKinstry, who had at least some good time to complete his contract, but this will not be anymore. Rather, the monetary terms will have to be agreed on between the two parties, given that his remaining term has to be compensated. So today a decision was reached, and it was still made official, whereby Jonathan McKinstry, who has been in charge of the Uganda national team since September in 2019, that had signed a 3-year contract that still has a running period of 17 months, has not been given a more push or a further term taken of his roles as the head coach, but he has rather been fired, and his remaining term will be compensated. Talking about the run of Uganda Cranes, a former head coach, now we mention him as a former coach or ex-coach. He made terrific runs, terrific performances in Sekafa. That has been our game, that has been our tournament. Uganda Cranes in Sekafa is a Barcelona kind of setup, or Atletico Madrid combined with Real Madrid kind of display. But this time around, the runs have come to an end. It's not been a good run for Jonathan McKinstry, who's in AFCON, the performance was so poor, and the poor performance actually has come to the walls of Hassim Magogo, and then still on the walls of players in particular, whereby even Hassim Magogo came out and criticized the players, saying they go out there, play some cuts, something football, and then only the poor performance to be attached onto Hassim Magogo, who came out and said he actually doesn't summon these players, and neither he should be charged or blamed for the poor performance. So that marks the end of Jonathan McKinstry, the one that had joined us in 2019, replacing Sebastian Desabre. Maybe what I think that will be ahead for FUFA, they now have a task. According to pundits, the local pundits, they had proposed that rather this team should focus on hiring someone from home. Because talking about good performances or good coaches that could take on the role, we have had names like Viekwa, so we have had names like Mike Mutebi, we've had names like Mbabazi, Livingstone, couple of good figures that Ugandans have come out to propose to rather take on the position as the national team manager, rather than giving so much focus on exotic or foreign figures. So maybe this is being put into consideration. I'm not a prophet of doom, but I have a feeling that the next coach will be home-based. Given that these foreign coaches, maybe besides the coaching or managerial skills, somehow people have pointed onto the poor communication, like a language barrier, because we realize some of these coaches that have been hired from abroad, some of them have had interpreters. They would speak, pass the ball, and then there has to become an interpreter to interpret to the players. Given that maybe that has also been counted on the poor performance, and so many issues about that. Right about now, we have so much more stories coming on your way. We have stories of firing of Jose Felix Mourinho. Over the weekend, Arsenal proved that maybe it is done deal for them as it concerns Premier League. They don't look anywhere closer to qualifying for the top 4 Champions League spot, given that statistically, even when Manchester United loses its next 6 games in a row, and rather Arsenal wins all of the 6 remaining fixtures, they could still not feature in the top 4 slot. So it's done, and it's no more for Arsenal qualifying to Champions League this very season. But still, now it is a do or die for Mikel Arteta's side, as their only hope now is into UEFA Europa League, where they are at semi-finals, and they could face Manchester United, who is still in the race on finals. So much of that is coming your way. For now, we really appreciate you. We really appreciate you people following us on our various social media platforms. I see you on Facebook. I see you tagging us on Twitter. I see you people who are streaming live on our YouTube channel at EYIT TV. In the next break, I will give you the phone call that, rather the phone number that you people will be using to reach us in your studios, where you can call in, ask your favorite questions, your puzzling questions, front them onto into our faces. We will be in position. To have you answered. Right about now, let's go in for the commercial break. We will return in the next phase with more and more of thrilling stories. It's your show host, Erioda Endamesot.
Sports.
By the way, I wanted to ask you, PC Wajijao, man, the thing is like so good. Umanyi, I no longer have the other issues. You were saying, I told you, these things you have to get from the people you trust. You see that one I gave you, I got it from Think Innovation. Those guys, even now, that's where I am. I brought mine for service. These guys are so good.
Oh yes, that's true. The only trusted one-stop center for computer solutions in Western Uganda is Think Innovation. Regional leading providers of friendly computers and laptop sales and computer accessories. A hub of specialists in computer repair and maintenance, based at computer training and software installation. Could you be in need of these and more computer services? Reach out to them now at their workshop located in Barara, Bananuka Drive, Western Arcade Building, room AF51, or call them now for instant services via 0753 975042 or 0789 708838.
Baby, you promised to buy me a TV and you did not. Now I need a phone. Is that too much to ask?
Aha, manyoli kunshobera. Last time I bought a phone, it died in 3 days. You were here looking. I told you, give me time, I get a quality phone. Really, is that too long to wait? Neighbor, you are at it again. Every time you tell us we are the Miayu, I always told you the better things are with us. That guy is fake. So you give me his number, I will take him to Edgar Communications.
Yes, gadgets are now inevitably needed in your day-to-day life. Use any chance to grab some for yourself. For Western Uganda and beyond, the only trusted electronics shop is Edgar Communications.
Welcome to Edgar Communications Mbalala. So we sell phones, specifically Techno, Infinix, Itel, Nokia, Samsung. We have smartphones, we have also button phones. Then we sell TVs, Hisense, LG, Star X. Then we have Fufas, Alip, Jag, and others.
For these and more appliances and accessories, reach them at their shop located in Barara City opposite Shell and Kore, or call them now on 0701 467426 or 0785 356453.
EYIT Sports.
Welcome from the commercial break. We really appreciate the masses and the audience that are watching us from different social media platforms, including YouTube, including Facebook. Talking about the audience on Facebook, we have MC Koro UG. He says, here we go, that is one of the Mbara's finest MCs, and actually he has a show. One of these days we'll be breaking stories, whether over the weekend or any of the days, or maybe on a daily basis. that this fellow will be on the mic at EYIT TV, EYIT Radio Online. And then we have Henry Crowd Schofield is also tuned in. He's saying that I am watching from Kavare. Thank you so much, Henry. We have Aguma Eke Dickens that is tuned in. Thank you so much. He's saying a nice show. That is one of my our very own. Then we have Twesime Felix Baker, one of the finest graphic designers around town at Grand West Arcade. That is, if I'm not mistaken, at level 2. That guy is also awesome on that very field. Then we have Amanya Yutan Fad, one of the finest as well. So we really thank you so much for making time to tune in on our daily sports show. Crossing to the borders, we start with sacking of Jose Felix Mourinho. This is not the first time the Portuguese 58-year-old has lost a national a club serving duty. It seems him and the term sacking are somehow so close. He has been on to several clubs, one of them being the latest one, Tottenham Hotspurs, that he had just run for 17 months, 6 days away from facing off with Manchester City on the FA Carabao final. He is no more. The legend is gone. The tactical, the no-nonsense man, the furious Portuguese international is no longer on the scenes of the English football, as his contract between him and Tottenham Hotspurs has come to an end. He is not the only one that has been fired. Along him, his entire 4 members on staff that have been featuring on the board of Tottenham Hotspurs, on the boards of managing, have also been sacked. These include João Sacramento, Nuno Santos, Carlos Lalin, and Giovanni Sela. They have all been relieved of their duties just 6 days before Tottenham Hotspur compete in Carabao Cup against Man City. Talking about Jose Felix Mourinho, this is not the first time his name has come to our ears. He has been into so many clubs, including Chelsea, including Real Madrid, including Manchester United. Talking about Jose Felix Mourinho biodata, he's born in 1963. That was in the early month of January on 26th. He is a Portuguese professional manager, and he is a former player who recently has been a head coach at Tottenham Hotspurs. He's been widely considered to be one of the greatest managers of all time, as his name is amongst coaches that have been most decorated. After an eventful career as a midfielder in the Portuguese leagues, Jose Felix Mourinho crossed into coaching. First, he was an interpreter at FC Porto and Sporting CP. He was an interpreter to Sir Bobby Robson before him gaining success as an assistant at Barcelona under both Robson and his successor Louis van Gaal. So realize, from being a midfielder to being an interpreter now, starting off with his career of managing at Sporting CP and Porto. Then, after impressing with brief stints at Benfica and de Correia, Felix Mourinho returned to Porto as a manager. That was in the year 2002, and it was in Porto where he won the Primeira Liga twice. Then he won the UEFA Cup, UEFA Champions League. That was Portugal's first European Cup title since 1987. It was his success at FC Porto that at FC Porto that earned him a move to England. This time around, he came to Chelsea in year 2004 under the proprietor Roman Abramovich, where he won 2 Premier League titles in his name, FA Cup, and then 2 League Cups in his 3 first seasons at the club, before he then again departed in 2007, where he crossed after reaching disagreements with Roman Abramovich. In the year 2008, Jose Mourinho joined an Italian club called Inter Milan, where he won Serie A title in his very first season. And then in 2010, Jose Felix Mourinho, the 58 Portuguese international, still led Inter Milan to a European treble. Treble is coming out with a number of trophies. Those were 3, where he won Coppa Italia and UEFA Champions League. That was first of any Italian club to walk away with those very 2 awards, and this was under the leadership of Jose Felix Mourinho. It was his very terrific run at Inter Milan that made him one of the 5 coaches to have won European Cup with 2 clubs. And later that very year, he earned himself a FIFA World Coach of the Year award. FIFA World Coach of the Year. This is the world particular. Any country that FIFA rules, the Federation of International Football Association, he came out with an award as the best coach, in the FIFA World Coach of the Year. Then Mourinho later moved into Real Madrid. It was in Real Madrid that in the season of 2011-2012 that he won Spanish La Liga with a standing record of points tally, and then that made him become the 5th coach to have won league titles in 4 countries. He also went ahead and won the Copa del Rey and a Copa de España. Actually, talking about of Copa del Rey before we completely stay away from this. Over the weekend, that Barcelona came out and corrected a trophy of Copa del Rey. Then in 2013, Mourinho left Real Madrid in 2013 and then rejoined Chelsea. Now this was his 2nd term of office, or the U-turn of Felix Jose Mourinho on the English boards, where he rejoined Chelsea in 2013 and he won another league title and then a league cup. But later in 2015, 2 years after his rejoining, he was dismissed. He was again fired by Chelsea after a poor run of results. May 2016, Mourinho was hired by Manchester United, and in Manchester United, he won the UEFA Europa League, the League Cup, and FA Community Shield in his first season. May 2016, after joining Manchester United, he won UEFA Europa League, League Cup, and FA Community Shield. Then in 2018, after seeing Manchester United going through a poor run of performance, Jose Felix Mourinho was no more. He was dismissed. 2019, he became a coach at Tottenham Hotspur. So right away from Manchester United to Tottenham Hotspur, flying from Manchester, the city of Manchester, then crossing to North London side, Tottenham Hotspurs. He joined in 2019. He took them from 14th position in his first season, and then he was sacked in 2021. Hours ago, he has been sacked, and he has left Tottenham Hotspurs seated 5 points off the Champions League place with 6 games left to play, and then 6 days to face off with Manchester City at FA, or call it Carabao Cup final. He was named the Portuguese Coach of the Century by Portuguese Football Federation. Portuguese Coach of the Century, the whole century, as a Portuguese Football Federation. That was in 2015, and he is the first coach and was the first coach to have spent about US $1 billion on transfers. So due to his tactical knowledge and controversial personality, given that his reputation, the current of reputation at Tottenham Hotspurs, where on several instances, several press conferences, he has come out to particularly and individually criticize players on their performance, saying that the poor run of Tottenham Hotspur in particular shouldn't be counted on him, but rather to individual players. This has not treated the board so well. This has not left the Tottenham Hotspur camp in the same image. So he has been shown the doors, given his tactical knowledge and then his controversial character. So that is an end of Felix Jose Mourinho at Tottenham Hotspurs. So apparently Tottenham Hotspurs will be looking onto services, will be looking onto the services of the assistants to make sure they push this very team to the next part of the game. So we look up to you, we ask you, what do you think, or what do you make of Tottenham's poor run? What do you think of Mourinho's sacking at Tottenham Hotspurs, having won only 44 out of 86 games that he has been in charge? One of the reasons, or the most recent reasons, that have seen Felix Mourinho run out of chair is that the most recent one of the controversial knockout of Spurs in the UEFA Europa League, where in the first leg they had beaten Dynamo Zagreb 2-0. Only of the second leg, where Dynamo Zagreb went on and challenged the game result, they overturned the result, knocking Tottenham Hotspurs away on a 3-goal win against the North Side Tottenham. And this leaves the club 7th. Apparently, Tottenham Hotspurs is seated on the 7th spot on the Premier League logo. So it is a game down. It's no more. It's done with Jose Felix Mourinho, who has just dropped 20 points from winning positions this season, more of any other club in the Premier League side this season. So apparently Tottenham Hotspurs will be looking on to services of Ryan Mason and Chris Powell, who are in line to take charge until the end of the season. That is according to the insiders. And then later on, maybe Spurs will then look to appoint a permanent manager. That will be in summer. So that is the end of Jose Felix Mourinho, the tactical, the controversial, the no-nonsense figure in the Premier League side of Tottenham Hotspurs. So we come to Facebook. We come to Facebook to look onto your comments about Felix Mourinho. And then besides Facebook, you can still reach us in studio by calling our studio line. That is 0759-541909. Later on, my producers and my camera people will be dealing with the phone callers, and then you can push your question to the front line of EYIT Sports, and we will be getting back to you. And then away from that, we cross and go to the controversial story of Europe Super League. It is up and running. People have taken sides about what is the next for the game of football in London and in Europe in particular, whereby the proposal that came in last year, when Morgan broke the story about the controversial league or tournament that would come on board area next year. So it's no more waiting about so many clubs, including the giants of Europe, actually the Premier League's Big Six, including Arsenal, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, and Chelsea. They have all agreed on consent to join European Super League. So to cut to bring to you why now. We start off with Delaware talks in October, that was last year, that was involving a Wall Street bank, JP Morgan, over his controversial of $1 million, 4.6 billion competition that would replace the Champions League. Because looking onto the format on how this controversial game or controversial tournament or league will be played, it's no way different from Champions League. Maybe that means clubs will have to take sides or take chances or take options between playing in UEFA Champions League or Europa Super League. About that, so many critics or criticism has been up and running from different football pundits, including legends, including UK's Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who has come out to condemn this very proposed league. It is said that UEFA had hoped that the plans for the new 36 teams Champions League and their reforms could be confirmed on Monday, and then would head off for the formation of Super League. Apparently, as I earlier said, the 12 sides involved in the Super League don't think that the reforms can go far now. Breaking into this very controversial league that is yet to come, we have had a couple of fixtures, rather a couple of clubs joining in. As I earlier said, we have had Big Six: Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspurs. They are amongst 12 clubs that have so far agreed to join a European Super League, call it ESL. And in the same move for the European football, the Premier League clubs will be joined by the Italy side, AC Milan, the Spanish side, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Juventus, and Real Madrid. So you realize it is just the cream of teams that make up the league, that make up the domestic leagues of Europe sell out. So in any instances where you lose such big clubs, then you realize that this league will be rolling, will be fire, and it could mean a deformation or a defense of this current Champions League. Then, according to ESL, call it European Super League, they said it has also planned to launch a women's competition. So it's just getting started. They are planning to launch a women's competition as soon as the men's tournament gets on the road. Then about the critics, we have had UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, UEFA and the Premier League have come out to condemn the move when the news broke on Sunday. Then talking about the critics, they said this move is purely entitled by money, because somehow about 12 years ago, former Arsenal coach Arsene Wenger proposed that the Champions League funds generated or the revenues collected from the Champions League could not be so much enough to push the league of football in Europe anymore. So he proposed that 12 years later, we could see a new competition, and it's no more, it's been plotted, and we could see what is happening next. Then world governing body, called it FIFA, it had previously said that it would not recognize such a competition. It added up that any players involved in that very league could be denied a chance to play at World Cup or even feature or playing World Cup or featuring on their national teams. But then it was about MMA on Twitter that Florentino Perez has come out and said that if FIFA goes on and ban the players that will feature in European Super League not to feature on their national teams, that still European Super League board could come out and arrange its own very World Cup. So it's so controversial. So we keep our eyes crossed, open on the charts to see what comes ahead. Then UEFA or Europe's governing body, they had put a warning on Sunday, preventing players from taking part in the very competition. However, the founding clubs, they believe that solutions provided following the talks do not solve fundamental issues, and then we could see an inclusion of the need to provide higher quality matches than UEFA Champions League and additional financial resources for the overall. So what if this league comes about? What is the format that is yet to be followed, the proposed format? The proposed format apparently says the league will have about 20 teams, the 12 founding members plus the 3 unnamed clubs who are expected to join in soon, and they say the 5 sides who qualify annually according to their domestic achievements. Under the proposals, the ESL campaign would start in August each year, which is not so far from the start. It is actually usually August that we have Premier League that gets on board. So they say it would start in August each year with midweek fixtures, just like it is with Champions League, and clubs would be split into 2 groups of 10, playing each other home and away. So you realize the format is no way different from Champions League. And they add on to say that the top 3 teams, unlike the top 2 in UEFA Champions League group standings, this time around they are saying the top 3 in each group would qualify for the quarterfinals, with the teams in 4th and 5th playing 2-legged playoff for the for the 2 remaining spots. Then from then on, it would have the same 2-leg knockout format as used in Champions League before a single leg final in May and June. So we look up to that. It is controversial, but then we have seen figures like Manchester United's executive vice chairperson Ed Woodward and Manchester City's chief executive Ferran Soriano. They have stood down their roles from UEFA. So this gives a step forward for the European Super League to go on. Whereas Manchester United co-chairman John Grazer will be a vice chairman of the Super League. And then UEFA released a joint statement with England's Football Association, including Premier League, the Spanish Football Federation, La Liga, Italian Federation, as well as Serie A, saying they would remain united in trying to stop the breakaway using all variable resources or measures. So it is rolling, it is hitting, given that this new league could now mean a deface or a slowdown in the UEFA Champions League. It would mean a very wide match calendar for the teams, given that they will have to participate in UEFA Champions League because they have not announced that they are exiting Champions League. That means a big game calendar, including UEFA Champions League, Europa League, then the domestic leagues. It's actually only Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund who have joined to be anti or to turn down the joining the European Super League. Then as we come to the end of the show, let's listen, let's pick up from the phone calls. That is, if our producer has any caller online. Any caller online, the number is 0759-541909. Caller online. Hello. Yes, please. Who are we talking to? Welcome.
I am Josh from Katete.
This is Joshua from Katete. Thank you for tuning in to EYIT Sports and Sports Center in particular. So what can we do for you today? You want to ask about yesterday's show? It was about Manchester United. What's the way forward for Manchester United? Yeah. So yesterday we had a game between Manchester United and Burnley, and at the end of the game result, we saw Manchester United beating up Burnley with 3-1, thanks to the goals from Edison Cavani and Edison Greenwood, who are on fire. That means they maintain pressure on Manchester City, who lead on the table a few points to catch up, so it's not lost yet for Manchester United. It was actually a brace from Mason Greenwood and a late 90 plus winner for Edison Cavani. As it stands, it is in the safer hands for Manchester United. Why? Because they do not have big names on the sick bay. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is on. His performance is not so bad. So it's all well. It's still all well for Manchester United, given that this gives us hope that they will feature in UEFA Champions League and they will finish as the runners-up. They will finish up as the runners-up of the Premier League season, of the Premier League campaign of 2020-2021 season or current year for the game. So it's not so bad. A little improvements have to be made there, including rotating of players. So apparently of late we have had Twanzembe coming in to help Maguire, then pressure on Lindelof. So it's not so bad for Manchester United. If they can maintain this very pace, maybe it will be good for them to seal off the season this very year. We thank you, our esteemed viewers that have been watching us online, social media platforms, EYIT TV on YouTube, EYIT TV on Facebook. Thank you so much. This show runs 3 to 4 p.m. and it returns again tomorrow at 3 and 4 p.m. It will still be your show host, Erioda and Mesut. Thank you so much, all of you, for viewing. Right about now, I hand you over to the safe hands of EYIT TV Command Center. So much shows lined up for you. Keep here, you'll be informed. For now, have a goodbye and Ramadan Kareem to our Muslim friends. We do this again tomorrow 3 to 4 p.m.
EYIT Sport.
By the way, I wanted to ask you, PC Wajijao, man, the thing is like so good. Umanyi, I no longer have the other issues. You were saying, I told you, these things you have to get from the people you trust. You see that one I gave you, I got it from Think Innovation. Those guys, even now, that's where I am. I brought mine for service. These guys are so good.
Oh yes, that's true. The only trusted one-stop center for computer solutions in Western Uganda is Think Innovation. Regional leading providers of friendly computers and laptop sales and computer accessories, a hub of specialists in computer repair and maintenance, based at computer training and software installation. Could you be in need of these and more computer services? Reach out to them now at their workshop located in Barara, Bananuka Drive, Western Arcade Building, Room AF51, or call them now for instant services via 0753 975042 or 0789 708838.
Maybe you promised to buy me a TV and you did not. Now I need a phone. Is that too much to ask?
Aha, manyoli kunshobera. Last time I bought a phone, it died in 3 days. You were here looking. I told you, give me time, I get a quality phone. Really, is that too long to wait? Neighbor, you are it again. Every time you tell us we are the Miayu, I always told you the better things are with us. That guy is fake. Nze, you give me his number. I will take him to Edgar Communications.
Yes, gadgets are now inevitably needed in your day-to-day life. Use any chance to grab some for yourself. For Western Uganda and beyond, the only trusted electronics shop is Edgar Communications.
Welcome to Edgar Communications Mbalala. So we sell phones, specifically Techno, Infinix, EYIT, Nokia, Samsung. We have smartphones, we have also button phones. Then we sell TVs, Hisense, LG, Star X. Then we have woofers, Alip, Jag, and others.
For these and more appliances and accessories, reach them at their shop located in Barara City opposite Shell and Kore, or call them now on 0701 467426 or 0785 356453.